All right, welcome to Situations with Moon. And you know how you do when you get with Moon, we in the Situation Room. And when you get in the Situation Room, we talk about things we want to talk about. We talk about things we need to talk about. And I need y'all to go like, share, and subscribe, bro. Hit that subscribe button, get them subscribers up. That's what we do. And man, I need y'all to get that Everfresh. Y'all know how this go with that Everfresh, right? You gotta get that Everfresh. And look here, man. I got a big boy show for y'all tonight. For all of y'all who don't know, you better know, like, because this is a financial opportunity for us tonight to learn some things, right? I got a DC legendary person here with me. You know what I mean? I got the Curtbone in this motherfucker tonight. We're in all days. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all that know, you know. For y'all that don't know, you're gonna learn some stuff tonight. And my whole mission for bringing Big Homie on the show is to teach y'all some things. And so I hope that y'all, get this lesson that I'm trying to get to y'all tonight.
Curtis Curtbone Chambers grew up in Washington, D.C., at a time when the streets carried more authority than any institution the city could offer. He wasn't a product of neglect or abandonment. His home life wasn't the cliché people often attach to men with his story, but the environment around him was louder, more seductive, and far more dangerous than anything happening inside the walls of his house. By the age of 12, he was already moving through the undercurrents of the neighborhood, first selling weed, then escalating to PCP. The crack epidemic was beginning its explosive takeover of the city, reshaping entire communities and creating a new economic engine rooted in survival, speed, and ambition. Curtbone became one of the many young men swept up in it. As he grew older, his presence in the city's drug world intensified. Washington, D.C., in the late 1980s, was the center of one of the most notorious cocaine networks on the East Coast, and at the top of that hierarchy stood Rayful Edmond III. Curtbone wasn't the kingpin, nor did he pretend to be, but he existed in the orbit of power, close enough to carry money, move product, and gain the trust of men who controlled huge sections of the drug trade. The streets respected him, feared him at times, and in those days, that was the only kind of validation a young black man in D.C. knew how to measure. But in 1989, the momentum that had carried him through his rise suddenly shifted. Federal agents unsealed a sweeping 29-person indictment targeting Edmond's empire. Cocaine conspiracy, money laundering, weapons, murders, the kind of charges designed to break an entire organization at once. Curtis Chambers' name was right there in the middle of it. Prosecutors alleged that he had transported money for the organization and at one point possessed a gun connected to a homicide. The weight of the accusations was enough to threaten decades of federal time. As the trial approached, an affair so dangerous it required anonymous jurors, bulletproof glass, and armed escorts, Curtbone made a decision that would mark the turning point of his life. He pled guilty, not to the major charges, but to a lesser offense, an unlawful money transaction, a plea that avoided the central trial, a plea that didn't require him to testify, but a plea that nonetheless ended the chapter of his life defined by the street economy. The fall was swift. The Edmond empire collapsed under the pressure of federal force, and the glamorized world of fast deals and faster cash gave way to prison walls and years of reflection. For Chambers, those years would reshape him. When he returned home, the city wasn't the same, and neither was he. Time and distance had sharpened his perspective. The choices that once felt inevitable now looked costly. The adrenaline that once felt like purpose was replaced by a sense of responsibility. In the decades that followed, Curtbone slowly transformed from participant in one of DC's most infamous drug enterprises into a storyteller, mentor, and witness to a period many only know through myth. He took part in documentaries, interviews, and public conversations, not to glorify his past, but to explain the reality of it. His message emphasized integrity, the weight of decisions, and the traps young people often mistake for opportunity. Today, Curtis Curtbone Chambers stands as a man defined not just by his rise, not just by his fall, but by the clarity he found afterward. His story has become a cautionary lens into DC's crack era, a reminder that the streets offer fast lessons but slow consequences, and that redemption often begins where illusion ends.
But what's up, big homie? How you feel? How you
Yeah,
been?
man, I'm great. Thanks for having me, man. Honored to be on here.
All right, so look, I want to get straight into it with us, man. Like, where you from? Where you come up at?
Well, I'm from Northeast Washington, D.C., a neighborhood called Langston Terrace. Grew up on that side, but I play all corridors, around the city, but that's where I cut my teeth at.
All right, so I always do this, man, because for me, like, like with you, it's like a glory story, right?
Mhm.
So I want to show people the worst,
Mhm.
right? So I want to show like a cultural thing that's amongst kids in Black communities. And it ain't
Mhm.
just from DC, it's like really across the nation, right? But
Right.
in DC.
Mhm.
As a kid, let's go back to 4 or 5 years old when you was going outside, playing with your friends. We was all like little devils, like throwing rocks at cars, busting windows, snowballs, taking bikes, like snatching pocketbooks and all. Like, what was you into at that age as a kid? Was you into shit like that?
Some of it, not majority of it, but because I always was a little kid, being at the wrong place, not the wrong place, being overly nosy. I sat around old dudes. Now they say, man, you get on, so you listen to watching dudes drink the Hennessy and all that, right? But we had our devilish moments, like for example, when I was real young, the RFK right there by us. So the way game, they used to run their buses through Benny Road. So we stay on top of hill, throw rocks at Giants, Philly, all that, right? So do silly shit like that. But a lot of times, I stayed around a lot of old dudes, you know what I'm saying, running errands and listening, right? But, we did a few little dumb stuff like that, but for the most part, man, just trying to mimic what I was saying as far as older dudes. But, we did a few dumb shit.
So in elementary, and these like, and I'm talking about years before we jumped off the porch, like elementary. Was you into sports? Was you into music? Like, where, two-part question. What was you into? And, as far as like sports, ride bikes, racing, back, like, track, whatever. And what was your musical influences at that age? Like 3rd, 4th grade, 2nd grade, if you can remember.
Man, elementary for real, man. That's funny you asked that. That's some of my greatest memories, you know what I'm saying? Because our school, Charles Young, was a big sports school, right? So we played football, basketball. So I remember vividly playing. Our schedule was uptown schools, Raymond, Parkview,
Shout out
she up here, KC Lewis.
KC, they
You know
gonna
what I'm
jump.
saying? So a lot of dudes I'm playing against, I'm seeing them in the go-go. You know what I'm saying? Outside in go-go. So that they put me, around the city for I was doing that. But then also, when I wasn't in school, I was like a Dr. Jock, Mr. Hyde. After school, I'm gambling, trying to follow the big boys and all that, right? But elementary, man, that was a beautiful time, man, because it's like you just get to learn yourself and understand.
So let me ask you this. Through sports, you met a lot of friends, met a lot of people. I don't want to say friends, but you met a lot of people. You learn to know a lot of people through sports. Right? You think that's like a great avenue, like for kids to be able to interact and learn and meet people, like through sports and things like that.
Sports is the best thing. It teach you so much together. This listening, discipline, competition, facing your fears.
Team,
you know what I'm saying?
You looking out for your brother, having your brother back.
Yeah. You get a chance to play against people from other parts of the city that you hear about. You know what I'm saying? So now it got a lot to do with the way of living. It teaches things that you can relive when you get older.
Right. So did you at that age, and I'm talking about 3rd grade ages like that? What was your dream? Did you have dreams of becoming something then? Like, what was your dreams at that age?
I was so amazed and wanting to see the little older dudes in my joint, because a lot of older dudes in my area, they was playing with them banks and doing stuff. So I was really far. So I didn't really have a typical, I want to be a fireman or I want to be a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the crap game. My mind really was getting shifted probably the wrong way at that time. You know what I'm saying? And I remember distinctly when I was in the 4th grade, they was saying when Black History come out, they was like, who y'all like on Black History? Everybody raising their hand. Dudes, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. I holler out Nat Turner. So at the time, all I know about Nat Turner is about the old dudes in the arcade, in our tunnel saying, man, he killed slave owners. He had a white boy with him, John Henry. So, but they're not teaching that in school. So when I say that, they say, they talking about the school. Where you get that from? But I really ear hustled around the old dudes. I ain't know the history of them. I just knew that I liked the story, right? So just doing dumb stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
That's how we learned it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, man, for real.
Yeah.
So who were your, like, I don't want to say musical influences, but like, who was you listening to at that time? Like,
I mean,
who was you like?
go-go probably go. I probably started pressing go-go real strong, like going to the 4th and the 5th grade and the 6th grade. You know, because they had outdoor bands, right? So, you know, any beat at that time, you had your neighborhood bands and all that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you always going to like Mass Extinction, Peacemaker, Schoolboys, I can name all of them joints. You know what I'm saying? Class, you know what I'm saying?
Air
Your
Raid,
Trouble, Air Raid, Pump Blenders.
Pump
Yeah,
Blenders.
yeah. So all that into that, as long as you get that beat.
About Chuck. Chuck was the first one you started listening to?
When I got older, you know what I'm saying? Because first you graduated up. Like I'm a little bit past the Junkyard Party, I would say, was kind of like the first one you kind of grabbed because they like your peers, right? Then you graduate, you start going to hear Essence. And then once you start getting older, a little more swaggy, then you go to Chuck. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna dip back to Essence.
Chuck got the boat ride, Chuck Clancy up in there.
Yeah. You go to Black Hole on Saturday, it's a little hoodie, but then you go to Masonic Temple on a Wednesday, and then you see everybody afraid. You see Eddie, you see Beanie, you see all the fly women, you see niggas wearing scarves, you know what I'm saying? So it gave you a chance to dream and fantasize, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real. People don't even understand what that was like first time to see that.
Oh yeah.
So I want to ask you this because it goes both ways. Like, you know, my question is, you know, what was your household like coming up? And the reason I say it go both ways is because you got some guys who grew up in like like broken homes, parents on drugs or abuses or whatever. And they was determined not to be that, and them niggas blew up. And then you got some people that grew up in good homes and ended up in trouble and felt like a letdown, embarrassed, and never looked back.
Right, yeah.
Them dudes took off and blew up. Me, I came up in a violent, drug addicted home. My grandmother was the only sober one in here, you know what I'm saying, holding it down. Everybody else on drugs and fighting and curing and shooting, you know what I'm saying, right? Shit crazy. So when I started doing it, all of them looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, really? Like, you told me if I pick up a brick or a bottle, so bust some of this motherfucker's head, that's what you told me. But now I done bust about 6 motherfuckers in the head, you think I'm tripping. Like, what was your household like coming up?
I had a decent household. I really got to say that. My mother kept a job. My stepfather, he raised me. He used to shoot heroin, but he was a
shout out to the stepfather.
Yeah, but he used to keep a job, taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really, he in my top 3. I idolized him, Malcolm X, my 6th grade, my elementary basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? But I had a good situation. I can't even say that mine was messed up, especially compared to my neighbors and my peers. You know what I'm saying? My mother worked. He was high, but he worked. And when he was high, he still made me do my homework. I was getting punished. I'm the most aggressive dude in school, but they out playing. I'm getting punished. I was the hater. You need my real father. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't understand the lessons then. But you know, that's my guy, man. Rest in peace, man. Reg.
Nah, stepfathers, man. Some of them ain't stepfathers, they fathers for real. Like, that shit degrade a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit take away from motherfucker greatness. So, you had a decent upbringing, but the streets influenced your mind. How old was you when you jumped off the porch?
Probably about 12. Whatever grade the 6th grade is, 11, 12. Yeah, probably about that time right there. You know what I'm saying? Just doing little hustles. Weed was probably the first drug, but you know, still the newspapers on Sundays, because we used to take all newspapers, they sold for $1. You know what I'm saying? So you get 500-600 newspapers. You know what I'm saying?
You still in the newspapers,
man. You know, this would be a McDonald's on Blainville Road, right by the Trinity. They started, and right across the street was a fenced in. So I guess when the people, they throw them over there, so they do to sell them, come and get them. Had a key to the thing. We go over there, throw the Jones back over. As soon as he leave at 4 in the morning, pulled off, he ain't on Blainville Road. We got them Jones time they come. It's an empty joint. You know what I'm saying? So how you see dudes selling water, we used to be selling the papers out by the car.
Nah, newspapers popping. They get
paper
rice and all that shit.
Newspaper was popping. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Oh, newspaper hustle. You took it back on the motherfucker.
Golf course, we used to caddy balls down Langston golf course. You know what I'm saying? Pumping gas.
Washing weeds. Turn grocery bag.
Turn grocery bag.
Shoveling the snow.
Yeah.
My grandfather had me, we used to collect cans, and like early 10, 15 cans, put some rocks in. So way more.
We'll make it
You
well.
got more
Yeah.
money. You
Put it
can't put it in all of them because you got so
yeah.
many bags of cash
Right.
too, but we got rocks in it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So make it way more. So you started out stealing papers and golf balls. And how was you when the drug dealing kicked in?
Like I say, 12 years probably was the start of it. And
So that was the weed.
Yeah, that was the weed, you know what I'm saying? You started messing with a little bit of PCP boat, but I couldn't stay long with that because it smelled, you know what I'm saying? So you couldn't hide in your people's house so they could smell that joint, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Y'all give me the free.
yeah, keep the free. Put in the rice bag of rice and all that joint, right? So you couldn't hide that you're too good, right? Yeah, so as time went on, your elevator started going with the powder, you know what I'm saying? It just, and from there, man, it kind of just, took off in that world.
And so you've been in prison before.
Right.
How many times you been in prison?
I've been to prison one time, so on that charge.
How old was you when you went to prison?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I was 20.
20. So from 12 to 20, it's an 8-year run, right? How old was you when it picked up?
When I started getting money was probably at 16 and a half, you know what I'm saying, going on 17, right? Then it got real. But from 12 to 16, was probably one of the top dudes in that area, my little area I'm hustling at, you know what I'm saying? Not, amongst my peers, let me say that, right? Then, time I was 16 and a half to 20 till they came and got us, that's when the run really was a run, you know what I'm saying? But now you're responsible for other dudes in other parts of the city, other towns and everything. That's when it was a real run at that point.
So, everybody that know your history, your story, know who you was connected to, but one of the people that you was connected to was Rayful. And we all know when you know Rayful, how much money Rayful had. With you being not just around Rayful, but just around the people that you was around, right? Being in that drug game that young, like how much money do you think you can say you've seen at that game, like at that height of your game? How much do you really think you could say I was around?
Well, I can definitely say I was around before I got my work, before I paid for my work. You know what I'm saying? You got a bag that you got that's right here in your shoebox, and you got a bag you got to go get your work with. You know what I'm saying? So you put the bags you ain't going, say if it's a drought, now you got your money just sitting right here, you know what I'm saying? I can say, 7 figures, but if I'm going to get my work, then it's gonna be 6 figures, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to buy that work to maintain it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so that young, saying that much money, you know what I'm saying? And like being at that height, not ever thinking it'll come to an end, right? A day came when that shit came to an end. People locked your ass up. They're sitting in that motherfucking cell.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like, you out here living this life that you're living and saying, you're around millions of dollars. Like, you young, you ain't 20. Right. You know what I'm saying? Getting all this money. And these people put handcuffs on you. And you ain't getting back out right now.
Right, yeah.
You don't know if you ever getting back out. Like, the moment at that age, 20 years old, they're putting these cuffs on you, and you're associated with some of the biggest shit going on in the country right now. Mentally, sometimes, and this is a mental health question, bro. Like, mentally, sometimes we block that out. But you got locked up with the Rayful Edmond shit. Like, you might not ever see the light of day ever. You only 20. And like the shit that they got, this shit is all over America, right? This shit is all over the world right now going on, right?
Yeah.
At that age, was it a lot of pressure? Was you able to block it out? How did you stay strong and cope? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here making wrong decisions gonna go that route. How did that shit feel at that moment when they put them cuffs on you? Like, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, it's crazy because I can remember that day like it was yesterday. We actually came from the black hole, and I knew they was coming to get me because they locked a few of my co-defendants up. So I had all my buddies, some of them in here now. I was like, man, just wait, they coming. It was like we outside 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, ain't nobody come get you lunch. And they end up coming to get me right before we was about to get in our cars and leave, right? But the crazy thing about it, when you that age and you're around the old dudes you're around, you hearing so much about this moment, right? So the initial them grab me, putting the cuffs on me, I wasn't really too gone because I was like, okay, now it's time to see if that sting coming in the pipe, you should do time to stand firm, right? But then when I got over to jail, that Monday, was on a Saturday, when I went to court that Monday morning, district court, and as soon as we come out the motherfucking, the bullpen, and they putting the handcuffs on to take it to court, one of the marshals say, "You a movie star," pointed at me, right? All of us say, "You a movie star." I was looking at it, they say, "Man, you all over the news, right?" But we don't see no news. We locked up. We CNN, all these show MSCC, right? So when I go to court, some of my buddies are here. They in the courtroom packed. Courtroom like a wizard game. They stay on the wall or the hallway looking at the joint. So I see one of my good men. So I'm looking at him. He got 2 niggas. So you want to let your men know you're all right. So I go over there. Me and the joint. I'm good. They ain't give me the joint back. They give me joint like, man, you was some real shit, right? That's the shit they really refer. I said, what the fuck going on? I'm letting them know I'm all right, but they don't give me that back return, right? So that's when I know it was really real, man. Then they start saying all the shit in the courtroom about what we facing. Then we went back in the bullpen, so we were back there deep. So everybody, man, what they catch you with? Man, they ain't had nothing. Nobody ain't had nothing. So we like, man, these niggas ain't got shit. They ain't get no money, they ain't get no drugs. So we young talking like that. So a lawyer came past. So matter of fact, they kept wanting to see Rayful. They kept coming back saying, "What's one of Rayful?" Because they had his name so much. So he identifying himself. So then one of the lawyers wanted to leave. So somebody said, "Hey man, how much time conspiracy carry?" Because we heard the joint. So he said, "Life," and walked away. Right. That's when the first hit everybody. That motherfucker like, this shit real. They trying to bury your motherfucking ass, right? So at that moment right there, that's when I said this shit about to be real. Mm-hmm.
Now, you in here, you going through these situations, going back and forth to court. You, where they had you at the jail?
Yeah, DC jail.
So you up the jail and you on legal visits, you in with the man, you talking. Did you ever reach a moment where you felt like, damn, bro, this shit ain't looking good. Like, motherfucker, like, these people wicked. Because let me tell you something. They lie, bro. They lie like a motherfucker, bro. They set the deck. Every time they play tag, we hit, bro. They set the deck like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I know when I was in there, wasn't even $1 million nigga. The shit they was saying about me, I'm like, dang, like I'm bigger than Rayful. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, what the they lying like shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know you felt that, right? But did you ever feel like I might not ever get out of this month?
Right, yeah. You had moments of that, right? But you gotta understand, you asked me how many times I was locked up. That was my first time, right? And not only was that my first time locked up, due to the notoriety of the case, they had us what you call administrative segregation. That means I can't even go with the population.
Right.
So now I'm in the block, you know the block, 18 a man on the cell. So when they pop for a cell to go to breakfast, everybody leaving out. So one of my little homies is sleeping right across from me. He ain't even see me, he get up, so he ended up seeing me. So I see him say, "Man, what's up?" I see this. I said, "Yeah." So I said, my cell won't open. Tell him my cell won't open. So he went up there, came back and say, "Man, you on AS?" I'm like, "What that mean?" He said, "That's you can't come. You only can come out 3 times a week for 1 hour to shower, make your phone." So now, for you say the mental health part, now I got to put my brain on. First time being locked up. Now I'm locked down. You only gonna come out an hour for 3 days of the week. So wrap that around. I had to put my head on that before I even started getting in the courtroom worrying about that. Right. So it was a mental transition. You know what I'm saying? But when we start going to court and you start saying shit they saying, like you just said, you say they lying, right? I mean, you remember Sitting in the Seeds? The little program they had talking about all the crime. Everywhere they go, you got a dude in the Cadillac there saying, "Yeah, Curtbone came in here with a bag full of money. He bought the Lante Cadillac, gave us cash money." I said, "This nigga," I'm assuming. "This nigga lying. I ain't never going there." I said, "My man to get in the car, I ain't even give him all the money." You know what I'm saying? But they said that shit on TV, so that shit is getting the mind of jewels and it's public. They like, man, burn them little niggas up. You know what I'm saying? So it was a dirty game. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game, and for real. And you gotta have some common sense. You can't be easy influenced because the police play games. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get you in a room like, "Yeah, Moon, Bone already this or this and that." So you got to understand the tricks of the trade. But me being around older dudes, it prepared me for so much.
No, for real.
Prepared me so much.
That's the importance of the older guys with the youth now.
Man, that's why I hate when old dudes say, them young niggas don't want to hear them from y'all. Like, nigga, you the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because an old dude can't give you nothing but knowledge if he ain't a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you tell them don't listen to them, so who you want to listen to? Because you listen to an old dude. Every nigga that did what they did on any level, whether they sold drugs, clothes, hair, you listen to some older person to get the success rate. You know what I'm saying? Now, you some in this new generation, it been some case you just went viral, and you ain't had no knowledge and it just jumped off, but that's really that percentage like this.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
For real.
like, so
Somebody gave you the game.
somebody give me the game. Like, I knew I was going to R&D. So this R&D, they about to get me naked. They about to tell me, because I'm hearing all this something I'm ready for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and if I didn't never had that knowledge from the old dudes, I would have been, and they could have got in my ear, pushed me one way. So it's like, man, so I push that stress, and I see you on your show pushing that, man. Keep pushing that. Like, don't, and whoever out there, man, don't be, you know, young niggas there talking about, don't listen to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
it's your ass.
you're
No, you
crazy.
gotta interact with the youth, right? You gotta interact with them. And so you got your situation going on, and you realize that you're gonna get back out one day.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, it's a two-part question. Did you actually feel the relief at the moment? Was it real? And because you came home on a different page. You came home on a whole different note. You know what I'm saying? Hit the ground running and you ain't been looking back. When your situation was resolved and you understood what you had to do and when you was gonna be getting out, did you feel relieved? And how long from that moment did you shift your mind to, fuck that, when I get out this time, this what I'm gonna do? If that, because I asked that question because when I came home, my mind wasn't on filming. I was trying to get into HVAC and shit, but I couldn't find no free
like class
training to pay me while they teach me.
Right, yeah.
So I had to get a job to pay bills and I couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? And one thing led to another, and I ended up where I'm at because, you know, so with you, was it like, once you realized your situation, like, okay, I got some daylight coming, how did that moment feel? And then when did you start shaping your mind? Or what got your mind the way it is?
When I was facing 35 to life, right? I ain't had no kids and nothing. So every time I used to be saying my prayers at night, I used to be always telling God, like I'm talking to you, right? I say, look, God, man, give me about this joint with my principles and stand on what I believe on. If I get out there, I get life a fair shot. You know, so I ain't never had a summer job. You know, I ain't never had a job, I have nothing. I say, man, I'm gonna give it a fair punch.
So when you came home and you got out of jail, the money wasn't the same no more.
Nah.
It's a transitioning period. Can't buy what you want like you used to. Can't do the things you used to. How did that feel to you? Like, and granted, I understand you're gonna deal with what's going on because it's actually in your mind and it's in your heart. But coming home and not having, you know, the access to live the way that you used to, how did that feel?
Yeah, it wasn't really a tough swing because I never really, even though I was getting money, I wasn't really over materials. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have a lot, I ain't really like jewelry like that. You know, I ain't had no over the top cars. So I really lived a modest life because I always had dudes around me. You know what I'm saying? 7, 8, 9 dudes. And that was our karate. On the field and off the field. You know what I'm saying? So it really was no hard transition. And you know, and I wasn't really messed all the way up when I came home. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had a little breathing room. Some people might don't have breathing room when they come home. So then I had good support, you know, some family support. And then good men I looked out for, you know what I'm saying? They came and did their part. So I really didn't have that bump in the road and they go back again to saying my brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything I did, I guess we're gonna probably get to it, whether it be clothes, policy, whatever. I sold my name for the brand. So my story might don't be the similar story to another dude. They might say, man, who the fuck you think you know? I was fortunate enough to have a brand that I can fall back on, is what I'm trying to say. So I ain't really had that real bump like that. I just kept, now I had moments that I ain't just since 1993 just like that, you know what I'm saying? There been some valleys, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never really touched the ground, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so just, you know, going back on my brand, man, and just pushing, man, and standing behind whatever I'm selling, I'm gonna stand behind it.
So, that's law right there. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of guys need to, you know, recognize their brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your brand, don't care what you, if you the toughest thing on your block, you gotta figure how can I turn that to money?
That's your brand.
You know what I'm saying? If you'll do it around your neighbor, this for a young, I mean, you got a good young artist. That's why I was really honored to be on your show. You know what I'm saying? The real
Appreciate
talk.
it, bro.
Because
Appreciate it.
even if you the baddest nigga on your block, man, you need to find out who got the money around it for all that violent stuff. Have a sit down with them. You know what I'm saying? They say, man, I want to talk to you because they want to meet you anyway. If they haven't met you already, you know what I'm saying? Get with somebody like yourself or OG that you respect. Y'all get a game plan, some understanding, and whatever y'all come to them and try to figure out, just stand on it.
Nah, for real.
Just stand on it. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Because the people who they giving, I mean, it's not knocking nobody getting that money because a lot of them dudes that's doing that work, I take my hat off to them. You know what I'm saying? I even do the work to a certain extent, right? So there ain't no shit on them. I'm just saying the young people, how you can come to the table and try to negotiate if you coming to stand on, not coming to what the word they say, finesse. You know what I'm saying? If you come to put a play together, like, look, man, we're gonna do this, we're gonna try this with my kid, we're gonna have a no tone day with no action going on, you know what I'm saying? Then start getting to foot of the table. You know what I'm saying? So that's a way right there to start getting your brand on and all that. That ain't mean you gotta go sit down with the chief of police. You ain't gotta go to dinner with no detectives, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
You
for
talking
real.
right to the dude, your neighbor,
Right.
that they got the bread. Like, how can we sit down? What can we do to
Right.
come together? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So stuff like that, man. But
Yeah.
But,
And you start in your community.
you start in the community.
You start in the community.
And then when they start doing so, they'll feel good. We gave out 250 turkeys a day. I feel good. I'm empowered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my juice. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, at the end of the day, all the joy we sold, all the heads you might have hit, all she might have did, when you get up there, they're gonna say, okay, but what did you do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm
We
trying
get
to let
forgiveness, like with you. I'm trying to make it right.
I'm trying to make it right. I live every day to make it right. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what a nigga opinion, because they ain't gonna step to me and they ain't gonna, see, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't because I'm tough, that's because they know what you gonna say, because anything that you think, if it's something, you know what I'm saying, you don't stand on it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't, so it's like, and that's how I want people to be. Be sure of yourself. Don't be worrying about what another nigga think or another female think. Cause he ain't judging them. You came out there, motherfucker, that joint with your mother by yourself. You ain't come out there with your road dog, you know what I'm saying? So just be confident who you is, man, and stand on it and get some mentorship, man. It don't gotta be a nigga that went to jail, ain't gotta be getting no street money. It be your uncle that was a construction dude. He got some lessons for you. You know what I'm saying? So just get that. But boy, I don't want to, this your show. I was just, when I get the victim of that young shit,
Nah,
I'm real
they need
passionate
to hear
about that. You know what I'm saying? But
They need
yeah.
to hear that. So let's stay with these young niggas, because here's the moment that we've been waiting for. That's what we got homie here for. So we returned to citizens, and we jumped off the porch, maybe about to go to jail, right? But you can stop them from going to jail, and you can help us out coming home from jail. You've been a person that been out here. You've been around celebrities. You've been around the best of both worlds, like biggest in the drug game, the biggest on the other side of the fence as well. Put the money at out here, bro, for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, we broke, we fucked up. You got some niggas that's willing to work. Like, where we get the money from? Like, what's paying, bro? I ain't really trying to work for no $16 an hour.
Right.
But they willing to work. So, like, what I gotta do?
Man, I mean, my opinion, I think for a lot of young people, I suggest, like, sell your skill set. For example, like, no matter what we did, we don't understand how to move around in the computer world. We don't understand about the motherfucker, what they, that Bitcoin, like a lot of shit, how you get a young nigga on the phone, how they can move through the phone and set your shit up and all that. Like, sell that. You know what I'm saying? You keep seeing niggas saying, shorty, show me this, show me that. You know what I'm saying? Get with a dude and say, look, man, I want to get with Moon. We're going to give a class out on how to move Bitcoin or this, or, all the stuff they might do. There's a lot of shit they do, gaming and all that. Like, sell that, because people like myself and people that's my age and younger, they want to know it. You know, so it's like older people now that want to learn how to do an email. So it's people my age getting money for showing an older person how to do an email and, put their resume on what's the name. So it's money, and especially this city, for your ideas. So sit down and whatever your ideas is and try to sell it. I don't give a fuck whatever you good at, it can sell. You know what I'm saying? If you like sex, they making moves. You could direct the sex movie. You know what I'm saying? If you like the weed, you can come up with the shit that you package in that bag and say, I don't sell the weed, but I make exotic bags to help advertise you put in. So whatever you're good at, think about that and try to make that your money. You know what I'm saying? And don't be again worrying about what a nigga think, and don't be keep on asking somebody what you think about this, what you think about it. If you think it's good, try it. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you can do is fail 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna hit something. You know what I'm saying? So you been like grinding 3 years, you're gonna hit something. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta keep on just pushing. So that's the best I can have. Whatever skill set you got, sell it. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, say yourself when you're in rooms around people, especially them big officials, they're saying they watching you. You might don't think they watch you. They was watch you, and they probably don't even know how to come up to you. So when you see chief of police or the deputy mayor or something, man, look, Moon, man, it's my channel, this is what I'm doing. Whenever you get a chance, I like to have a meeting with you and sit down. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what it is, we get their car, go home and Google them. Okay, they do this, they control that budget. They do this, they do that. So when you talk to them, helps us spit because they want to be all right with you.
Nah, for real. For real. So look. The music scene in DC. When I was locked up, and I used to go, like we had an MP3. And when you buy music, you can't go and buy the music you want. They just put what music is available every month. Wow. So it really was like no DC music on it when I was in. I don't know about right now, but at the time it wasn't. And so I was listening to everything out of DC. And in my mind, being in there, I'm like, the city ain't no rap shit by now. What the fuck? But I come home and the city cranking like shit. Like it's 1 billion young motherfuckers out here, and all them little motherfuckers like that, right? What you think the reason why we ain't get our props in the music world yet?
I mean, my opinion from me, you know, glancing at watching over the years, this entertainment shit, one of the few things that we don't got unity on. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody want to be the first. You know what I'm saying? I always tell dudes, the first dude that run the door usually the one to get killed. I'm talking about the fire. If it's a fire, he's the one to get burnt. You know what I'm saying? It was the marshal, he usually be the one to get shot. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to be the first. So every time you get close, I'm gonna knock you down to get this. So man, I just think that they know who the hottest dude is. It don't matter what part of town it is. Whoever that hot dude, y'all know who that is. Whoever making those beats that's hot, y'all know what it is. Y'all need to sit down and get together and push them. Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna open the door for everybody, right? So it's like, I just think that that's what's hurting, that they not getting together, doing nothing, the unity together and feeling like that I want to be the first dude, or they thinking if they push this song, he gonna be bigger than them. So somebody gotta get them together, understand, we gotta push 1 or 2 of the dudes to get them out there. Because when they hear that, they gonna grab to the whole, New York did it, LA did it, Atlanta did it, the South did it. We don't really do it because guess why? Because DC dudes say, nah, I'm the one. That's their mentality, I'm the one. They ain't saying we the one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they can get that mentality right there and get behind 1 or 2 dudes, say, well, we're gonna push them, because when they hear it, boom. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, damn, that's how they dress, that's how they sound. The monument that close to Southwest or it's Northeast, then they're gonna buy into the whole culture. But until then, you can't. I'll be out of town. Every time you talk to a dude that, I mean, what's up with Mike? Yeah, Shorty good. He say, what about Jim? I said, yeah, cool too. But Jim said he ain't really from DC. You know, this is what I be hearing. Like, they beat each other up. Like, and I don't be hunting nor have each other. I be, oh, not Shorty like that. I was doing big facts. I was hiring no dude from 37, ones come home. So I just name all ones that come in my brain because I'm like, Shorty, it's the whole movement. It ain't just the one person. But every time I talk to them from the city in that music world or sports, they beat each other up bad. They beat each other. They want to say he ain't real, he ain't this. He got one by him. It's crazy. So they can get past that. They gonna get some money, but they got to figure that part out.
All right, so listen, man. Because I don't even really think people know how important it is. The business advice that you just gave. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. But I always ask this question, and before we go, you know, I want you to answer this question. It's a universal question. You got some people when they wake up, they don't know they're gonna die today. You got some people when they wake up, they don't know they're going to jail today. You got some people when they wake up, they don't know they're getting out of jail today. You got some people when they wake up, they don't know they're getting rich today. Like, what would you say to all of those people if you had a chance to make a difference in their life? What would you say to them?
All those examples you just told them, wake up with that mentality that one of those things can happen. One of those things can happen. So you can have that much energy and gusto to get to what you going at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like wake up knowing that it can be over today. You know what I'm saying? Wake up knowing you can get to the back. Just everything you said, that was good, some good examples. Come up with that energy. Because a lot of times, even myself, not just I'm talking to them, even I wake up sometimes and roll back over in the bed and get another 2 or 3 hours up. You know what I'm saying? You look up, you blow a whole day, right? It ain't no days to be blown. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no days to be blown. Even if you just walking around the neighborhood, Miss Kathy, I'm such and such. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know you need me. I'm here. Like, wake up like it ain't no tomorrow. Slim. Like go for it, man. I just wish I was younger. I mean, I'm blessed that God had me here this long and how long he will keep, but I wish I was young in this generation, the opportunity, you can see the world, you know what I'm saying? What's the name? So man, just tell them, man, just keep on pushing, man, and don't let nobody get in your ear, man. And just wake up like this the last day and go hard, man. Just try to get to it, man.
So you got any anything business ventures? I know, we got the shows, you want to push, you want to shout out,
Yeah, I always want to shout out all day, you know what I'm saying? Fisher Streetwear, we've been around since 1998. You know what I'm saying? And also, I got a podcast, it's Changing Jewels. Make sure y'all go Curtbone TV on YouTube. And I just want to push unity, man. I just want to push unity, man, and stand on your word, man. And you know what I'm saying? And just be you your business card. Like when you come in the room, people say, man, I ain't thinking about it. They is thinking about you. People judge everybody. You know what I'm saying? When you come in any room you going, you being judged. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in the room, stand firm. Look like you trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Speak out loud. Pull your pants up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, even if you go back to the outside and turn it back down, you in that room, you representing yourself. You know what I'm saying? People listening and people looking. So man, just be on your best. And every room I've been in a room with a lot of them. I've been in a room with niggas that got money that could die 100 times and come back and have money. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, Slim? I feel like I'm the baddest thing in the room. And the only motherfucker in that room that I can get radiation that they got a problem with it is niggas that don't feel that way about themselves. If they ain't not who in this room, because you know you're a bad motherfucker, right? You won't feel no way about me feeling that way, right? So it's like, that's how I feel, and that's how every man, every woman should feel, you know what I'm saying? And take that right there and lead with that, you know what I'm saying? And people gonna grab to it.
So, people that want to get your clothes, how they get it?
Man, right now, our online is alldaysgear.com. We actually gonna have it online. It'll be up by the time this show. The site will be back up. Also, we do pop up on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday, 2 to 7, 3654 St. Barnabas Road. Come in here, man. We gonna make something happen, man. And I'm gonna be doing pop-ups really early. And also, I throw parties. I'm gonna get back on that. I just threw a party last year.
Okay.
Where we look on
Curtbone party.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We ain't even touching that.
Curtbone party.
Hey, look,
Bring them back.
Hey, look, that's where a lot of my hate came in.
Bring them back.
Hey, with dudes in that Pino system, man, they on the phone.
No tennis shoes. No jeans.
Yeah.
Party, dressed to impress.
Or you come with t-shirts and jeans, man, then your head gonna get busted to white meat. Hey, look, and dudes came with that because they knew the women say shit. They just paid $200. They get money. You know what I'm saying? But the clothes, man, and the parties, man, and my nonprofit, One Mind at a Time. Also, man, onemindataTime.com. Go check that out, man. You donate, you don't have to donate nothing, but if you in your heart, donate $1. We're gonna move anywhere, with the money. Without it, we ain't got no government funding. I'm not knocking it because I like to have some. But as they saying, but I'm gonna move and push everything I got, man. And if I can help somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's really, really trying to be helped, you know what I'm saying? Because I really don't, the most precious thing, let me say this, the most precious thing you got is time. No money ain't no important time. Time is the most precious thing you got. So I don't waste time. I don't play that game. I ain't cage nobody ego and all that, man. If you really want some help, and I think I can help them, help. If I can't, I ain't gonna say no dreams on that, man. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You can hit me on the DM, on my DM, Curtbone_DC, all days gear. You know what I'm saying? You got some ideas or something. If I can pass information on, or I can assist you, put you with somebody else, I can. You know what I'm saying? I can't service everybody all the time. I'm gonna do what I can do. You know what I'm saying, man? And that's all I'm gonna do, man. And one thing I want to leave you on, the most important thing, every morning you wake up, I hear people say, I'm gonna get that bag. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing every time you wake up is to make it back home. You know what I'm saying? That's your most important thing. Now, in the process of making it back home, you get the bag, chase the women, chase the job, whatever you're doing. But the most important thing is to get back home.
Don't get taken.
Don't get taken, man. Don't be arguing with a nigga because he cut you off.
Don't
And he
get your
got
life
that
taken.
heavy
Don't
shit
go
in
to
his
jail.
shotgun
Don't get
in
killed.
his seat. Yeah, nah. Get back home. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing.
And I want to say this about time to really show you how important time is. People get mad when you waste their time.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to prison
Mm-hmm.
and you get a life sentence,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the possession.
Mm-hmm.
It's your time that they took to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Your time is really, really precious, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Make do your time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anything you want to say before we go, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you something, right? I'm gonna get you on the show. We're gonna reverse it. We're gonna reverse the seat at some point. You know what I'm saying? We your schedule is there, right?
That's what we do.
Right. I mean, how you feel that when you got your platform, you talking to them young guys, man, and you walking around? 'Cause I know you get it, because I get it. You probably get it even with younger ages, and they pulled up on you, man. Like, man, keep on talking, move, man. I like what you're doing, man. This and that. How that make you feel versus you done had firefighters getting probably covered eyes, a rush from beefing, a rush from all the shit, a rush from having sex. How that feeling compared to all those rushes? How do you compare that?
So I grew up in Washington, D.C., and my generation was the murder capital.
Mm-hmm.
So my big homies was the fighting era.
Mm-hmm.
I was the generation where y'all young niggas fucking everything up with together. I was the murderer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was hated,
Mm-hmm.
right? I was hated, but I hated the government. I didn't really hate my people.
Mm-hmm.
And along the line, I realized like people glorified me for all the murders and attempted murders I got.
Mm-hmm.
And it became ridiculous to me for a minute because it reached a point that I don't even know how many people I killed. I don't even know how many people I shot or stabbed. I don't even know how many fights or assaults. And it was like, you know, the people started to call me crazy, but I'm like, y'all crazy for going for this bullshit. And my anger, frustration turned to police and turned to COs. And it was like, it was getting worse, right? Always knew I was smart, always knew I was intelligent. And then one day I started thinking like, I probably gotta be the worst black motherfucker on the planet, bro. And I ain't putting a battery in nobody back to kill nobody or do nothing bad to nobody. But the enemy to me was this racist ass system, and I ain't killed nobody in this system. I've been killing my brother, man, in the streets. So my mind when I came home was like, bro, I ain't letting the youth go through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I gotta be that tough nigga to make sure them young niggas got a better way, then that's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck about the system, but I don't want these youngers to have to go through it. So when I get out here and fight and push, and I see them young niggas saying, hey, man, what's up, bro? We love you, bro. That shit make me feel good as a motherfucker because it's from the heart, it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? And it's love, bro. Like, I'm not trying to buy favors. I'm not trying to buy likes. I'm out this bitch pushing the agenda for real. Like, I'm going through shit behind it. I deal with the opposition too behind shit, you know what I'm saying? But it don't break me. So when I see a little kid that's 9, 10 years old, and he like, hey, you moan, it touched my heart. So it make me want to continue to grow and learn, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, be the big homie, man, to connect with the youth and try to understand what they got going on. Like, let me tell you something that I learned that make me think. I hear people say they should bring the rec center back. But when I think of the rec center, I think of ping pong table, pool table, flipping mats. Right? So like, man, ain't nobody into that shit. That's gonna be a trap spot. But in my mind, if you bring the rec center back and you put a studio, a dance school, a fashion school, them little motherfuckers coming. They gonna be up in there. They got book sessions and go online and they gonna be doing it. Because it's free for them, right? They gonna be up in there and it's their communities, right? So yeah, I get a real good feeling, you know, to receive love back that I put into it. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me feel good.
That's good, yeah, that's good, man. So that feeling, you just remember that's your currency right now. You know what I'm saying, to keep you going. You know what I'm saying? That's God speaking to you that you're moving in the right direction. Money gonna come, you just gotta keep on doing what you're doing, man. But I like you doing, keep doing what you're doing, man, and appreciate you for even having me, man.
But one thing you gotta understand, it go both ways too, right? To have a guy like you, or your stature, to be honored by what I'm doing, that's a blessing too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's, you know how when you was in school and you do your math and teacher say, show me how you got your work, right? So I go out here and I see older guys, younger people, women, street niggas, work plan.
Small, be like, keep going.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's, damn, thank you, God. So I
Yeah.
pray every morning when I get up, and I pray every night to each his own. But I pray because I'm blessed and I'm thankful. I'm here today to be able to, you know, do what I'm doing. And like you said, people don't know what we go through as people every day, but to be able to know that I'm fighting the right fight,
Yeah.
it's a drive for you.
Yeah.
every day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You listen, this is a Friday, Saturday night, 10 o'clock, bro. Niggas in the club.
Got shit
You
to do.
working.
I got
You
shit to
working.
do.
Yeah, you working.
You
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
working.
saying?
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah.
man, listen, bro, we got the big homie here. You know, we gave y'all some knowledge for the night, man. Make sure y'all go like, share, subscribe, man. Get them subscribers up. Make sure you get that Everfresh. You see, I'm about to leave the streets here. Gotta get that Everfresh up, man. And when you wake up in the morning, it's a new day, bro. And I got a thing, like, you know, if you wake up, man, the shit that you broke, you shouldn't have took your ass to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Keep grinding, Playboy. That's more. We out.